你会建议在座的朋友们，比如说50上下左右的朋友们，都把钱投向年金吗？
No, Jerry, look. No, you never put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, so the way we look at structuring what we call bulletproof retirement plans for our clients, look at this. Imagine a T chart like this slide. You have the left side, you have risk. Risk meaning that you have things in there, vehicles in there that you invest in that have risk, right? They fluctuate with the market. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, gold, even commodities. Market goes up, value goes up, market goes down, you have risk, value goes down. But most advisors only focus on this side of the equation.
OK， 对我这里Jerry， 你听得到我吗？我主要觉得我是被 cut off。
对，我以为是刚才谁卡了一下。OK，go ahead。OK，
没有，我就觉得我也想说几句。我跟 Ron 认识很多年，他在芝加哥买的第一个房子，那时候还是个小青年，那个就是我帮他买的，对。但是他跟我第一次讲这个 T 差的时候，我是非常喜欢的。我觉得真的是这个很重要，就是说，就再我觉得拿我自己做例子是最好。比如说，我觉得我退休以后，如果一个月有1万块钱用，蛮开心的啊。但是你想，我真的需要1万块钱，也许 absolutely 不需要1万块钱，可能5000块钱就能活的，但是有1万块钱更好。我可以带着我的孙子孙女们去迪士尼玩一玩，去搞一个大的这个 RV， 对不对？我可以做很多事情，我可以跟我老公去巴黎去住1个月啊什么的。但是我们不住或者不带孩子去迪士尼也是可以过的，我可以把孩子带到我家里来玩，对不对？这个就是说，你可以伸可以缩，但是你再怎么缩，你都会有一个你最基本的生活要到的，对不对？这个每个人的是不一样的，所以你最基本的这些需求的这些钱一定要在 no risk 里面。
谢谢 Justin 啊，这是一个其实我们大家可能都懂，但是呢做起来的时候不一定会做得很理性。其实刚才 Ron 跟 Justin 讲的，其实无非是说，就越来越靠近退休的时候，你的投资的2部分都要考虑，一个可能是风险相对高一点的，它的回报可能会高，当然你也可能会那个亏。那还有一部分呢，随着你的年龄的增长是越来越重要的，也就是说稳妥，就是说它的投资回报可能是相对比较低，但它的风险也比较低。当然这里面还牵涉到税务的安排，也就是说这个税负上面风险的高还是低。所以这个都符合我们今天这个讲座的这个主题。Ron, come back to you. I really appreciate your point. But would you please explore, how we can arrange, the high return versus low return, high risk versus low risk investment tool?
Absolutely. No, absolutely, Jerry. Again, most advisors, they focus on the risk side, which investments, are going to give you the highest returns. However, very important as you near 5 to 8 years towards retirement or in retirement, you need to really focus on how much money you have on the no risk side. Okay. No risk side being like CDs, savings, muni bonds, LIRP, which is life insurance retirement plans, FIAs, which we're talking about today, fixed index annuities. These vehicles you can create guaranteed tax-free income with no downside market risk. Listen, Jerry, when I tell my clients, let's say that they say, Ron, when I'm in retirement, I need $8,000 a month when I retire. So I said, okay, if I can get half of that, $4,000 to be guaranteed and also tax-free, wouldn't that be wonderful? How about if I can work and get all of the 8,000 that they want guaranteed and tax-free? That's level 1, Jerry. That's the analysis that we do to try to get that part guaranteed.
OK, Ron 说的其实非常有道理啊。我们常说的投资组合本质上就是风险组合啊。那么我们的投资组合中，显然随着我们的年龄增大，接近这个退休年龄，我们更应该考虑低风险、低税负的，甚至无风险、无税负的部分。Ron, OK, what's the next level then?
So level 2, and this is what I really, really focus on, is how to get my clients to 0% tax in retirement. That's the ultimate goal. because I, again, truly believe that the tax rate will double within the next 10 years. You know, I've worked really hard with David McKnight. Actually, I'm one of the very first certified Power of Zero elite advisors in Chicago. Okay, that's trained by David, that understands the process of how to really shift assets and create a 0% tax-free income stream. So if you look at this slide, Jerry, you have three buckets. One's the taxable buckets that has, you know, your various stocks accounts, mutual funds. Generally, you know that you're in a taxable bucket when it's generating a 1099 tax form. You also have the tax deferred bucket that we talked about. That's your traditional IRAs, your traditional 401ks, your 403bs, you know, and there's a huge amount. 90% of Americans right now have their assets in tax deferred, which I believe the government's going to really tax hard and raise taxes on. So the objective is to really systematically, how can we shift systematically those assets into the tax-free bucket? And the goal is to create multiple tax-free income streams, such as Roth IRA, if you have a Roth 401k, you know, those are all Roth conversions that we do for our clients every month. If we can calculate the ideal amount in your taxable bucket, the ideal amount that you have in a tax deferred bucket, then we can then get your RMD, which is your required minimum distribution. That is the required minimum amount that the government requires you to pull from your tax deferred bucket. If we can get that tax free, and how we get that tax free, if there's an ideal amount that is there that we pull out that generates taxes, and if that tax is less than your standard deduction, that'll be tax free. Also, we have to be very cognizant of your Social Security. A lot of people don't know this, that the Social Security, if you have income, what they call provisional income coming into you when you are retired, your Social Security can be taxed anywhere from 50 to 85%. So you have to figure out really how to balance and shift your assets so that when you're retired, you can get as many tax-free income streams. And then you have your LARP, which is your life insurance retirement plan, which is great for tax-free income, but also it addresses long-term care needs if you have that, you know, and also what we talked about today, the fixed index annuity. So the whole purpose of what I believe in financial planning, what I've been trained for, is how to get to 0% tax. Because if taxes double, Jerry, 2 times 0 is still 0. That's where you want to be.
Ron.
Okay.
If I just come into this presentation and listen to your last 5 minutes, I would think you're an accountant.
Well, that's why I have you, Justine.
No. I mean, that's all you talk about is tax. I get it. I love it. You're doing my job.
No. I steer the ship for the investments, and I bring them to you, Justine, and say, Justine, yes. But what I said was it not? Does it make sense?
Oh, it does. It does. 我简单解释一下啊 ，Ron 刚才讲的篇幅比较长了一点。那么我简单讲，我是这么理解的，就是说 ，Ron 说，如果啊，这是他个人观点，就是经过10年税率翻番，但确实不是他个人观点，因为有很多的预期。这个刚才 Justin 也讲了，最快是2026年1月1号，我也看到这个这样的预期，就是说，首先税率上涨肯定是大概率，而且这种上涨这个可能会很大。那么 Ron 认为呢，在这样的一种背景下，我们的终极目标就应该使自己的退休收入都能够免税那么这样的话呢，将来你的整个篮子的钱，对吧？你支取的时候都是免税的，你就根本不会受税率上涨的影响。他还用了2乘上0还是0形象说明了这么个关系。This is really a different perspective, Ron.
You know, it is, Jerry. It's a very different perspective, and you know, I know the time is running short, you guys, and we have to start closing shop here. But tonight, I'm happy to announce and invite our entire audience to view David McKnight's most recent webinar. Okay, it's how to retire in the 0% tax bracket. It's a really good webinar. It's free, and also if you sign up for it, you'll get his free book and also free access to his new big motion picture documentary film that's on Amazon Prime and also on YouTube. Because I'm an elite advisor trained under David, we can get this free. So very, very powerful stuff. I mean, Jerry, I think you've seen a little bit of it. Justin, you've seen a little bit of it. So if any of you out in the audience want to have access to this free webinar, free book, free film, please contact me directly, and I can set that up for you.
Great，我是没有看过这本书啊，但是呢，我看过David 被 interview 大概有那个在 YouTube 上1个半小时吧，这个我觉得非常非常 convincing。你看了以后，你禁不住就想行动，这个确实来讲，他讲的非常非常有道理。